first up there because we're always, and now we have this big house other than the small house, and even when Joyous Wolf stayed at the house twice, Lowell Water stayed at the house, they were like, they would hit the floor and be out.
Yep.
I mean, they didn't care, they just wanted to stretch. And anytime you guys are coming through, you're more than welcome, give me a call and say, hey, we're coming through, because if you guys are going on tour that much, and especially if you're not that far away, you're 3 hours away, and you're going to Michigan, and you need, like tonight you're 4 hours away because the time change.
Yeah.
So instead of, it's like 3.5 hours from here to your next show, but it's 4.5 at the time change. So, but yeah, we got 2 empty bedrooms. One's a cat room, but it has a bed in it. My son's room, which he stays at his mother's mostly, and then the couches they all have kick out. Chairs or whatever. They both.
Just like home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're
me and
more
Chris
than
can share a bedroom.
Yeah.
What?
I thought it was Adam and Steve first.
Back off Steve's man.
I just wanted to get a little jam.
Oh no! Oh, we gotta live with you. Oh no!
Hey, if you want for the night, you can be Adam.
No, he's Lilith. That's
Lilith.
Silly me.
Oh God.
That's Adam's original wife.
Oh yeah.
Why'd you leave me? For Steve.
Adam.
Screw Steve. Oh, who are you?
Adam.
No, you're Steve.
Am I Steve?
Yeah, you're Steve.
Oh, sorry,
You're
Adam.
Frank.
I'm so confused. I don't know.
Oh, speaking of multiple names, so when you're on tour, sometimes, emotions get amplified.
Porn star mustache.
You live with these people for who knows how long. So Frank, when he gets crabby, we call him Rick.
Yeah, my name's Rick. Yeah.
So whenever he's a little snippy or whatever, we're just like, hey, Rick. And he's like, I'm not being that dickish, am I?
It's not Rick.
Normally it's when something breaks or, something at a show is not going well. It's just like...
Or just us.
Well, how do you... I've interviewed other bands that have female leads, and it's like, how do you live with 4, sometimes 5 guys in a van?
You breathe. Not too deeply though, because they're 4 guys in the van. But
We're not that bad.
no, it's really not that bad. Plus, I'm not a typical girl, luckily.
Yeah.
At least I've been told by these guys I'm not a typical girl. So I think that
Most
also
rocker
helps.
chicks are not, though.
Yeah.
They're
it's like,
real.
I like looking cute and getting on stage with makeup on, but at the same time, I'm like, let's go to a strip club and have some fun, guys. Like, let's do this.
Yeah.
But
you're like, oh, let's go to strip club. No, I just want to go sleep.
Yes, that's how it is.
Story.
Half the time,
Yeah.
it's like, dude, when do we get in the Walmart? It's literally what it's like. Yeah.
But I when I first started, it was more for the Chicago scene because I didn't know where we were going with this.
Mm-hmm.
And I started it, and Chicago, it was great, and and I found out that you guys really don't make that much. So that's when my mind started rolling. They call it, well, you can see it on Madam Mayhem. She put it, thank you Asgard Radio, and then she put Rock and Roll BNB. On her poster.
Awesome.
She said that's what she calls the Asgard Connect.
That's
Rock and Roll.
cool.
oh, that's awesome.
That's
So
super cool.
because I told her, I said anytime you come through, just let me know so we can make room and figure out what we're gonna do for everybody. So, but yeah, we don't have a problem with it at all. And her and I are both off tomorrow, so I'm always off. I stay at home. I'm just I'm a house bitch. I clean, I vacuum, I cook
Not a
meals.
bad job though.
No, it's not because I go crazy because I still have a lot. I've been out of the Army since I got out of active in 91 and I got out of reserves in 94. Okay. But I still have that OCD. This shit, it's a freaking mess.
Right, yeah.
And she goes, it's not that bad. No, it's fucked up.
Let
Let me clean it.
I'll clean it. Go to work.
Yep.
But she laughed. She said because I'm really every morning I go to the gym, I come home, I do the dishwasher, and then the whole kitchen gets bleached.
Wow.
Every day,
That's
every
awesome.
morning I have to, and then I the floor, and then I do the floor. And then the kitchen's done, and then I vacuum, and then whatever else needs to be done, I do it. And then I come down here and I spend hours and hours and hours down here doing concerts and trying to, get interviews and stuff. So, but yeah, I go crazy. I cannot stand. I mean, if there's a fuzz on the floor, I'm losing my mind.
You wouldn't like our van then.
Especially the swamp.
I'm
It's
the
bench.
yeah. Yeah. I'm the same way. I'm the same way though. I get home after a long day of work or after band practice and I see like a mess or something in the kitchen. It drives me nuts. I can't rest. I gotta clean it.
Yeah.
Then I will sit down.
Then I'll sit. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't. Like I'm the same way.
Yeah.
I can't.
And I try and eat right after I get home from the gym because you want to get the protein in you and food and I walk in and I'm like. Nope, gotta do the dishwasher.
Yep.
Nope, gotta clean.
Yep,
nope.
I'm the same way.
Damn, I'm hungry.
It's like now it's 2 a.m.
Yeah.
You're like, why am I starving?
Yeah, I hear you, dude. I know the feeling. Oh my god.
It's just but when you get something so ingrained in you, especially I don't know what they do now. I know it's not as tough as it used to be, and I know my basic in the '80s wasn't as tough as it was in the '60s. When my dad was in it, so it's like, but it's still ingrained in you. It's still, something that just like, this has to be done. It's got to be done. Right. I can't take this no more. And it's just, it's just funny that I sit around and lose my mind, and she's just.
and honestly, I think we're kind of similar in a way where if something isn't right with our equipment. We get really mad.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Really, I mean, we have a big.
Really mad.
Yeah, really mad. I mean it. Like we have a big rack case that has, both of our guitar amps and his bass amp and our wireless vocal in it and all of our extra shit. And one show in Detroit, it just wasn't working. I had some new pedals that just weren't working. I just fit a range, just punched the side of this case, almost broke my hand right before our set, But it was because things weren't working like they should. Yeah. And it was just something in my mind where it was just like, and it's just work.
It is not for like a lack of preparation. Like we prep a ton. We have extra cables. We field test everything before tours. I mean, we do everything. So when stuff like this goes wrong, you're like, why?
Yeah.
Like, I literally tested. Like, this is ridiculous. You spend hours and weeks of prep to make sure everything works right every single night. And when shit like that happens, it drives you nuts. Because like... Why did I prep for that? What the hell did I do all that for?
Especially if it worked the night before.
Yeah.
And then the only thing that changed is we just packed it away, put it in the trailer, pulled it out, and now it doesn't work. And we're going insane. Especially if it's 30 minutes before our set.
We also had a really fun show our first time in St. Louis. I should just say fun night because it kept going. So we get to the venue and this was like July.
No, it was May, I think.
Oh, it was hotter than hell too.
It felt like mid-July
in Florida.
Yeah, it was humid. It was hot. It was gross out. And we're trying to unload this trailer. It's like the most nasty part of St. Louis that you could be in, where you're just like, all right, make sure all your valuables are together and locked up.
There's like bullet casings next to our van and
like
broken windows.
It was so bad.
Yeah, it was rough.
And we're like. We've got the van running and the air conditioning blowing while we're trying to like load in. And all right, 5-minute break. Go in the van. Go back out. Load more stuff back into the venue. And all of a sudden, like everything's done, loaded in the venue. I'm going to like grab my purse or something from the van, and all I hear is this big pow. I was just like, what is that? And this horrible smell just like comes out from the van. Our Freon line exploded.
Oh my god!
And the back door to the venue was still open.
Yeah, the back door was
so all the
propped
Freon
open.
gas is coming in. You can smell it.
Oh
so
my god!
Bad.
And this is the start. This isn't all of it. This is the start. This is one.
And it's a brand new van to us, by the way. This is the first trip in this brand new van.
Yeah.
Yep. I think this is like first or one of the first shows when we had Josh back, and we were just like, all right, new crew, bigger van, bigger trailer, let's do this. Freon line explodes. And so we're in the venue, and we're like, you know what, it's fine. We'll get that fixed. It's hot. We'll just keep the doors open, the windows cracked, whatever. Well, we're on stage. We have a light show that we bring and all of this. Well, the power goes off after like the first, 40 seconds of our first song.
The entire venue power goes.
The whole damn thing goes, yeah.
Everything. And we always ask, where is like your separate... not outlets, not separate outlets, your separate circuits.
Right. I need 2 dedicated separate circuits. So, guys like, oh, here they are.
Yeah, and so this sound guy pointed out separate circuits for us to plug into, but they were just separate outlets. So explode the venue just goes off.
The breakers,
finally, get the breakers back up,
and we're running 2 amps too, so they're still hot and live, and all of a sudden you lose power. And that's so bad for your
amplifiers. Only thing that saved it is we have a power conditioner. It's the only thing that kind of like cushioned the fall.
Yeah, it was.
But so that was once. We get to like our 3rd song of the set again.
Everything
just power out everything. We're just.
Oh my god.
So we.
Hello, St. Louis. We're happy to be here.
Yeah. So we just unplug our light show, just nix it because we're thinking it's drawing too much power.
Yep.
Whatever. We get through the show, find out at the end of the night that the entire house system, the whole PA, everything, is on the same outlet as all the stuff up on stage. So
that means their house, their lights, our amps, and our lights, all of our equipment, we're all on the same breaker.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, that makes sense.
Wow.
Yeah.
That was only another part of the night. No, I think Josh tells this part best when we leave.
So we go to our Walmart that we're gonna sleep at,
for the night.
and to get see if we could fix our Freon line, because we didn't know if it was just like a emergency valve bursting open or anything like that. So we're just we'll go get more stuff and throw it in the van. Well, we pull into the parking lot. And we get out of the van, and there's trash everywhere in this place. Everywhere. And it's 2 a.m. You would think they would be cleaning up during the night, but it was trash everywhere. So we're like, okay. And then we step out of the van, and I was like, oh, what's that horrible smell? and I look back behind our van and between the trailer, and there's just like this white rag that's got either vomit or shit on it, and or possibly both, just like in a pile right next to our van that we almost ran over, and you almost step on as you get out of the van. Yeah. And so that smells, and then I'm like, what's that hissing sound I hear? And I look back at our back rear trailer tire, and the sidewall slashed.
Yep.
Yeah, we ran over a nail or something.
Hit a curb weird or something. So now we have a flat tire and no AC, and it's still 80 degrees and like 90% humidity.
And at this point, we're parked next to shit.
Yeah,
So we're like, this sucks. So we're like, all right, well, we're at Walmart. They can repair the tire, in the morning. So we pull up there at 7 a.m.
Yeah,
at the shop.
The shop opens,
and it's pouring rain, and we find out that their jack won't fit under our trailer,
or they refuse. They won't change a trailer tire.
Yeah. They won't
now,
take it
I've
off.
gone to
You
Walmarts where they'll pull it in and take the tire off. It's cool. This Walmart would not take the tire off.
Really?
So in the pouring rain, I had to get a flat jack because
we had to buy one from.
We had to buy a flat jack because the trailer was too low to get our normal jack underneath. So I bought a big, nice flat jack to get under there. Jacking up. It's pouring rain. I'm taking the damn tire off. Yeah, and then it was tough.
And then the best part about that show is going home.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and of course they change the tire. I bring it into them. They switch it. I go back out in the rain, put it back on.
And then do the other one.
And do the other one because we're not going to replace just one. So.
Well, no, because obviously it's going to,
Right, so same thing. I had to now drop it and do the other one.
We would have to do it eventually anyways.
Yeah, well, you're going to have to because that one's going to run,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, we did the other one, and that was
oh, my God.
Got him towels and new change of clothes.
We got all the kinks out before the big main tour, though. Mm-hmm. That was the thing.
The only bright side.
Worked out all the kinks. With the new vehicle, we're like, all right, we're good now.
That was before we went to Canada.
Oh, the Canada run.
We had Canada first, so then we took the rig out to Canada, and we didn't have any problems with it. Our Freon line was good, everything worked.
Yeah,
but it was that first time in St. Louis. It was just one mess after another, one pile of shit after another, until we actually had one outside our van.
But we kept her cool through that, though. It was just
we did.
Yeah, we mostly laughed at it.
Yeah, I think it got so ridiculous that all you can do is laugh. And I think a saving grace was across the parking lot from the Walmart was a Steak and Shake.
Yeah.
All right, this sucks. We're gonna be stuck here anyways. Let's just go get some food. It's 3 a.m.
That was good.
You know?
Yeah.
Like eventually you run into so much stuff, you can't let it bother you because you just gotta brush it off.
It happens.
Like what can you do? Like literally, what can you do? Like okay, whatever.
Right, we have to get it done. We have to,
Yeah.
It's got to be done. Just get it done, and I mean that's what I mean. Anything in life too. I mean, shit happens. Obviously, life happens all the time, and you deal with it and move on.
That's all you can do.
Yeah, exactly.
Sure. Yeah.
But well, I know. What is it? Let's see. It's 9:30 in Michigan. It takes about 3 hours for you guys to get there. I just don't want you guys, traveling too late.
Oh, we'll travel, and once we get tired,
we'll find a Walmart on the way.
It doesn't matter for
Honestly,
us.
I don't even think we're going to be going that much farther tonight. I think
we're just going to drive a little bit and see what happens.
Just get into Michigan, find a Walmart, and
I had an energy drink, so I'm ready to drive.
It's actually not that far. I mean, really.
I have friends out there in bands, and I go out there all the time for shows, and I tech for them and stuff. So
okay.
It's only like 4-hour drive from home, something like that. If you just go quickly right around the lake,
right?
You know.
We've done worse.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
We had to go from on our last tour. We actually had 3 really big drives, but the first 2 were probably the worst. Our old drummer and Josh took from South Carolina all the way down to Florida. They drove that first portion. They're looking for gators. They're like, there's a gator out there.
But we started driving at like 2:30 in the morning after the show. Left immediately after the show.
Yeah.
And I think I stopped driving just before the Florida border in Georgia somewhere, and I was going crazy. It was like 7:30 at this point. I hadn't slept, so he was sleeping, so he could come up and drive.
We had to split a 10-hour drive.
Usually. Yeah, that was from South Carolina all down to Cape Coral.
Florida. So
Way
the tip of Florida.
So it was a haul. That was a good show, though, but it was a haul.
It was fun.
Well, you guys have been doing quite a bit lately. I know, because I follow, a lot of the bands that I've met over the, especially the ones that promote themselves. It's easier for me to say, okay, look, they're promoting themselves. Let's, I'll jump on there and help out. I do that with a lot of the bands because sometimes I get music from bands and then you never hear from them again.
Yep.
Right.
I mean, and it's like they don't care. They just, oh, you have my music, you can play it. Well, that's not how it works. You have to promote yourself.
Right.
Tell your friends and family that, and get the listeners in on it. Because once I play it, if the listeners aren't going to request you, then I'm going with what they want.
Right.
Yeah. And it's not, I'm not trying to be a dick. It's just, you
want to keep your listeners too.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? Yeah.
I mean, we're not like regular radio. We're not on a 300-song rotation. We're on... between the DJs and myself, we have 70,000 songs from 50 to 60 different countries.
Wow.
And we play them all. If they keep sending this to them, we keep getting albums from these same bands in different countries, we're going to keep playing them because they're interested in us and they know that, their country, like Russia, we actually have a venue that plays our radio that plays Asgard in their venue in Russia.
That's super cool.
So it was like when I found out it was them, I'm like, this is fucking awesome.
That's so cool.
I was really stoked, and we got a band from Iceland, actually 3 bands from Iceland and 2 from Israel. So,
That's crazy.
And they keep in contact. Yeah. So those are the bands that I'm going to keep promoting.
Yeah.
But if I get a band from somebody, if I get music from somebody, like one song, one release, and then I don't get an EP or I don't get a full length, and then all of a sudden the band's gone. I'm like, I got I got a 2-3 hour show. I got all these bands that people want to hear, and these bands that want to promote themselves. That's who I'm playing.
It's like I got plenty of music. I don't need yours.
I got probably, what was it? It was, I think I loaded it all up once, and I think it was like 400. I think it was actually 444 days worth of music.
Holy
if I just let it play.
crap.
Wow.
Yeah. So I mean, it's and like I said, it's in their own language. It's Italy's from they sing in Italian, Swedish, Germany, just all these bands, and it's really cool. And so I have I interviewed Seether, and I had them say in Afrikanese, "This is Seether, and you're listening to Asgard Radio." So I have different languages.
That's so cool.
I have different bands say in their language that you're listening to Asgard Radio, so we can be international.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's super cool.
Yeah, I have it in Danish, I have it in Swedish, I have it in Russian, I have it in Italian,
Wow.
and just, because I think it's, it helps us internationally with, everybody else. So, it's fun talking, when people are like, who is that? And I was like, oh, there's this band from this country, so, and they're like, oh, okay, do you have anything from them? I said, yeah, let me get that on here real quick, so.
Wow. Yeah. Oh, it's super cool.
So, but your guys' new stuff, I do not have.
Okay.
No.
So
what do you have of ours? Is it the Back to Bad album?
Man, I got the
Okay.
I think I got way before
EP.
Yeah, I think I get.
Well,
EP.
we can get you a CD after this.
Okay,
we got it.
And I'll get it loaded up, and
Okay.
Tomorrow's Friday, so I do a new to you show. So what I'll do is
okay.
I play all the new bands, new albums, new songs, whatever, from bands that send me stuff all the time. And I do 2 a week. I do on Tuesdays. I call it New to Tuesdays.
Okay.
And then Fridays is New to You because I get so many. I had to split it up in 2 days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So, get me a CD. I'll get it loaded and then play it tomorrow while you guys are up in Michigan. And then,
Sweet.
let them know about you. And I'll post the interview and everything. And hopefully help you guys out. I mean, whatever we can do. Places to stay, promoting, whatever. Whatever we can do, we'll try and do.
Well, we appreciate it.
Yeah. That's awesome.
So,
thank you.
Where can people get your stuff? Obviously, the downloads on everything, but do you have hard copies of CDs that people can get?
Yeah, hard copies, any online platform, Spotify, Apple Music, iTunes, Deezer, you name it, it's up there. Bandcamp, really wherever you're looking for it.
All right,
Yeah. Merch, so you can buy some of it online, but most of the stuff we keep just at our shows. If you want, we hand make a lot of our merchandise. A lot of it from guitar string bracelets to hemp necklaces, keychains. We make it all ourselves. So when you come and get something, it's personal, made by the band for you.
That's cool.
So if you want that kind of stuff, you got to come to a show.
Okay.
Old school.
Okay.
Old school, man.
You know what?
It.
Gabriel and the Apocalypse does the same thing. They make all their own stuff. Their vests, their T-shirts, everything. Bandanas. She does everything, and then they make a couple T-shirts. One of the guys does. So I
awesome.
totally get that. And it's better because it's more personalized from you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
You can say that I handmade this for you to buy. And
yeah, we try, and that's the thing with the band too. We want to keep everything as real and as true to us as possible.
Right.
Yeah.
We could pay someone to design something and do this, but no, we do it ourselves because I don't know. I just feel that's how it should be done,
There's a feeling of sasatisfaction with that.
Yeah.
There really is.
I know, and I get it. But I didn't make this, but I have something for you. So hang on a second before we go.
All right.
Let me get over here, and I will give you some of these. Here are towels. They're
awesome.
stage towels.
Oh hell yeah!
Dude, that's
we don't
awesome.
even have stage
Chris, you're gonna need like 4 of these,
towels.
buddy.
Oh my god, I'm sweating like a camel's asshole.
You know what gave us the idea is we covered Sebastian Bach's 30th anniversary of their first album. And they were sweating their ass off. I mean, it was hot in there. Horribly hot. We came home and I told Isaac, we need stage towels.
Dude,
that's what we
I've
need.
always wanted a stage towel. It's like, I'm not gonna grab some stupid towel.
Dude, this is so cool.
Amazing.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so whatever, I tell you, use them stage towels, hand towels, spank towels, I don't care what you use.
There you go, buddy.
Yeah!
Give them a couple.
Yeah!
You gross bastard.
Josh
We don't do laundry that often.
Josh did 6.
Oh, that's awesome.
But yeah, so and wash them, throw them to the audience, whatever you guys want to do. But yeah, there's
awesome.
you guys have that,
Thank
and
you.
then
So cool.
because I know just standing out there gets hot. So, and I know on stage with all the lights and you guys jumping around, and, entertaining, it's hot. And
I don't have that luxury just to jump around to a cooler area.
Yeah,
you're stuck.
I'm just like, oh, is it cold over here?
Yeah.
Yeah, but a lot of times you get the fan by you.
I hate
Yeah,
the fan
drummers
on me.
get the fan.
I hate
I don't know what you're talking about. It could be like negative 20 degrees out, and I'm wearing a jacket and a long sleeve on shirt on stage, and I'm like, I gotta be naked right now. Like I don't have it. Like I have too many layers on. Like it's negative degrees outside. How am I hot on stage? I don't know, but
I'm weird.
a fan would be nice.
With me, I'm weird. Like personally, having a fan on me while I play, like, makes me feel weird. Like there's someone
It's
touching me.
distracting.
Like there's something touching me. Like I'm in my zone playing.
He doesn't like his hair blowing.
I don't like
in the wind.
things touching me, shut up.
Yeah.
The biggest fan in the room is in the back blowing the drummer.
Whoa, that is
awesome.
so many avenues to go on.
We're gonna put that on.
a really good one.
Then we're gonna put that on
proud
a
of you.
shirt
Now
for
you-
you.
The biggest fan is
Now you've
blowing our
met
drummer.
Chris.
Yeah. This is a fan on the shirt.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna rip ass.
Yes. Oh my.
Awesome.
That's gonna be our new merch design for a shirt.
Oh
Picture of his face.
God.
Yeah, and a fan. Like,
And a
oh
fan.
my god. That's
So
it.
before
That's the
we
move.
leave, I know he's dying for me to tell this story. The swing state story.
Oh.
Why I hate the swing state story.
We've been
So-
picking on him for the past
Yeah.
week hard about this
Okay,
story.
Okay.
Swing state. So shut up. This was back in when I was part of this company.
Okay.
I got super sick like the day before with the flu. And for some reason I didn't allow myself to throw up. I hate throwing up. So it has to come out somewhere. So it went straight to my ass. So literally I'm shitting like every 30 seconds. My butt hurts and everything. So I finally get myself like ready. I'm like dying, get myself ready to play a show like literally.
And we're not one to cancel a show.
No,
If
we
you're sick,
don't.
You're playing.
You're playing.
Yes.
So I get myself ready and everything. I'm literally walking outside like to get to my car, and I cough and shit my pants. And I'm just like, so I go upstairs, I wipe, throw my stage clothes away, I put on some whatever. I don't fucking care at this point. So I'm just like, oh, this is gonna go well. So I had to leave my pride and dignity at home. I went to Walgreens and bought man diapers, but I had to return them because I brought a size too small.
Many sizes too small.
Yeah.
So
this is
yeah,
true
so
story,
I put
man.
on like a man diapers, so in case shit my pants, throw the clothes away. So we're playing at Swing State, right? And I'm just like dying there, they're relying on like this girl Chelsea and John to set up my drums. Oh, we'll do it for you. They have no fucking idea what's going
so
on.
Sick.
Because I'm sick, so I'm like, screw it, I'll do it. I'm white as a ghost. And Frank's like, don't worry, man. Don't worry, you're playing. You won't even feel it's going to go like that. Right? So, anyways, we're playing. And I am dying up there because the lights are on me. And they're the old style lights with the lights with the little...
Arcane lights.
Like the Arcane lights.
yeah.
They're on me and I'm dying. And I'm like, oh my God. He was like, you're not going to feel. I'm like, I feel everything. So I'm like coughing and shit and shitting my pants on stage. I was white as ghost. Like I was dead. And I looked down and I'm like, oh, we only have 3 songs left. But then I realized that I moved my foot and we still got 6. And I'm like, I want to be done. So it gets better for them. So after that, I have to go change my diaper, put a new diaper on in the bathroom, and I literally just throw it on the ground. I don't even care at that point. I have to take a shit. So I sit in a stall, and the stall literally goes through the fucking floor.
Because the place is
So
bad.
rotted. I'm just like, oh, come on. So I get myself up. There's a urinal. I turn my ass around there and shit in the urinal.
Yep.
I wipe my ass. I throw it in the urinal. I just keep flushing the urinal till it goes down.
Story. This is no joke.
I get out and I'm just like, I go home now.
It's amazing what you'll do for rock and roll.
Yeah.
It's a true story.
It's a true story.
The floor was so like waterlogged or whatever. It just went right through the floor.
I remember the bottom of the door there for the bathroom was just totally broken off. Like the bottom third of the door was just not there. So you could crawl under the door to the bathroom if you wanted to.
We're gonna have to split this. We're gonna have to edit this into 2 parts because that is just classic.
I was dying. Like I remember sitting on that toilet, just
While we're on drummer bathroom story, should we talk about our last drummer's encounter in Seattle?
Oh my god.
Oh.
Yeah. So.
While we're on the topic.
So we're playing in Seattle, or a drummer has to go to the bathroom. So he's in there, and the stall doors, everything's really short. Like if you're standing next to the stall door, it goes up to here. So if anyone's walking in, they can just look over and see you crapping, whatever.
And then underneath, there's a good foot and a half.
Yeah, so
like,
it's not private.
It's a weird short door.
There's one of the artists there from the other band. He's like a coked out, like heroin induced, like Adam Sandler is what he looks like. And he walks into the bathroom and just starts talking to our drummer at the time. Just
pants around his ankles, taking shit.
And the dude is just standing right there and talking to him, just full blown talking about the show, offering him cocaine and crap. And he's just taking a dump, like. And he was in there for a good 10 minutes talking to this guy. It was just insane.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
And then did he buy one of our shirts?
Yeah, he bought a hot pink ladies t-shirt from us because we have custom shirts. So we'll have weird designs or whatever. We just slap our logo on it, call it a day. So he bought our hot pink ladies V-neck shirt.
It was like a small too.
Yeah, it was a small.
Super tight.
And so it looks
ridiculous.
Like a small ladies t-shirt on this guy. And he's up on stage, and obviously he's coked out, drugged up, whatever he's doing, and he's playing, and he knocks over all of his gear, and he falls
into the amplifiers, into the drum kit. I mean, it was shit show. But
it was crazy. And at seeing that happen, that's when our drummer looks at us. He was like, "So remember I was talking to you guys about a guy in the bathroom offering me drugs? That's him."
Like, what?
That's that. Yep. It's that guy.
It was just incredible.
Oh my god.
There are just too many stories.
There are.
Oh yeah, I love stories from the road.
I have too many of them.
Stories from the road are awesome though. I mean, they are because we travel, but we drive there, we drive home. I mean, it's not like we're not touring with anyone, we're not following the Grateful Dead. We're going to cover a concert, coming home, editing photos, putting So I mean, it's but we do now. I gotta say, at the Looney Bin, when the last time we were there for Gabriel and the Apocalypse, they're good people there.
Yeah,
we've never been there because it's an hour and a half from here. And there are really good people there. So that's one good thing that we get is that we get to meet a lot of great people. And a lot of times when we go places, they find out, they're from a radio station. They don't want to talk to us. They really don't want nothing to do with us, thinking, we're, what do the kids say, bougie now?
Yeah.
We're bougie, But I mean, we're just, I honestly, I just turned 51. I started this when I was 41, and it was for the bands, and that's how we stayed. And everybody, the 20 people that work with Asgard, all do the same thing. So it's like, we meet great people, but I love hearing